Hey guys, welcome back to Treadmill Review Guru. I'm Sydney and today we're checking out the Horizon 7.0 AT. This is the most affordable treadmill in Horizon's Studio Series lineup of treadmills, and it's been upgraded for this year. I'm gonna start out by saying that we're impressed, especially with the training capabilities and features that the 7.0 offers at its price. So stick around and see it in action and find out if it's for you. All right, let's start with the construction on the Horizon 7.0 AT. So as it's laid out like this, it's around 76 inches long, 35 inches wide, and 66 inches high. And it does fold up, which saves you a lot of space. So if you're looking for a treadmill that you can store, that deck folds up, it locks into place. There's actually just a little bar that to unlock it, you press this little lever with your foot, and that deck will slowly lower back down to the floor. And we like that it offers hydraulic assist with the folding mechanism. So that way you get a little bit of extra assistance when you're lifting and then lowering that deck. It can also be moved around fairly easily. It's about 277 pounds, so it's still a pretty substantial treadmill. However, you just need to tilt it back and that'll engage those two transportation wheels and you can move it around. The transportation wheels aren't huge, so moving it on like our mats is a little bit more difficult, but on a hard floor is perfectly fine. Just know that you do need to tilt it back to be able to move it around, but this treadmill is fairly transportable, which is really nice. Plus that folding mechanism really saves a lot of space. And with the frame, it's steel, so the floor part of the frame just fits underneath the front part of the deck. And then the uprights are steel and they connect into the frame on the floor, and then the console fits on top of the uprights. There's like a little bit of shake in the console when you're running, especially at higher speeds. I notice when I'm at like 7, 8 miles, maybe even 9 miles per hour, just a little bit of shake, but it's really not noticeable. And considering that this model is a budget pick, it's just under $1,000, at least at the time of this review. We're really impressed with all of the features and training capabilities that I'm about to get into that the 7.0 comes with. And if you want to check the current price, make sure you check the link in the description. That's our affiliate link. That link really helps out our channel so we can bring more reviews like this to you. But overall, we're really impressed with how much the 7.0 has to offer at a really affordable price point. So a little bit of that console shake isn't a huge deal. Maybe a steel crossbar in between the uprights would maybe help prevent that, but considering that this treadmill is still pretty lightweight and mobile, that I don't think it's really necessary. The motor is a 3.0 continuous horsepower motor, and we're really impressed with how quiet it is. I'm going to let you listen to it in the functionality section when I run on it and walk on it. But overall, it's really quiet. Also, the incline mechanism is also really quiet. You can just kind of barely hear it above the sound of the motor moving the belt. And with this size of motor, it really is appropriate more for lighter to moderate use, up to maybe 7 miles a day if you're using it. If you want to maybe run for a marathon or train for a long distance race, I would check out the Horizon 7.8 AT. It's just the higher end model that's built more for heavy use. So just keep in mind that this one, it can handle running and it's capable of handling a lot of different training, but a little bit better for moderate use. And it goes up to 12 miles per hour, and also that deck will incline up to 15%. So you have a lot of training options, and really this amount of speed and incline we typically see on higher end models. So really like this, that it's affordable and offers you a lot of different training options. Also, the deck is 20 inches wide and 60 inches long. Really, this is kind of, I think, the sweet spot when it comes to decks, in my opinion, or at least for the running surface. You have 60 inches, which will accommodate most running strides. So if you want to do everything from running and sprinting, you should have plenty of room, and most strides and also most heights should have plenty of room to be able to do all of that. Also, with 20 inches wide, it might not be wide enough for some, especially if you like a lot of width. However, it does save a lot of space, as in the treadmill's just a little bit smaller. Like the 7.8, which is the high-end model in the Studio Series from Horizon, has a 22-inch wide deck, and that treadmill just takes up a little bit more space. So if you're looking for a compact treadmill that's also still capable of handling most size users, and capable of handling running, this one's a really good option. It can also handle users up to 325 pounds, so users up to that weight should be able to get a lot of use out of this machine. And the step-up height it's fairly low profile, is how we refer to it. So when I measured from the floor up to the top of the side rail, it's about 9.5 inches. So that's something to factor in with your ceiling height, especially if you have lower ceilings. And then when the deck was all the way inclined, the front part of that side rail is about 15 inches. So you just want to make sure that you have enough head clearance if you have a lower ceiling height. So make sure you factor in that. And overall, we're really impressed. Horizon really instills confidence in the construction with a lifetime frame and motor warranty. There's also a 3-year warranty for parts and a 1-year warranty for labor. And setting up and assembling the 7.0 is fairly straightforward. If you've assembled treadmills before, you'll probably be able to do it by yourself. However, we do recommend maybe 2 people just to help make the process a little bit smoother. All right, now let's check out the Horizon 7.0 AT console. And I am on a stool, I'm standing on a stool now. I didn't just suddenly grow. I'm only about 5'1", so standing on a stool just kind of helps so I can point everything out to you guys. So this is a really simple, straightforward console. It's kind of similar to a treadmill that you'd find in a gym. It has the 7.25 LCD screen, and then these are LED windows just to display everything. They aren't a touch screen, and really this isn't a touch screen, these aren't, and also these buttons aren't actual buttons, and you can't touch any of this. Just controlling the treadmill and navigating everything on the screens is controlled down here, so just keep that in mind. I think with having touch screens, I spend so much time in front of screens every day that I've kind of, when it comes to something that is a little bit simpler, it takes me a little bit to kind of get used to, so I noticed that this one just took a little bit getting used to as far as navigating it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really simple. There are onboard workout programs, so one thing that's really nice about the 7.0 is that it doesn't require a subscription. So a lot of times treadmills nowadays, they have touch screens, a lot of times massive touch screens, and they include trainer-led content that is available with a monthly subscription, so it's an additional price every month. The 7.0 just has onboard workouts that come included, and you can also connect to apps, which I'll get into in a moment. So as far as different programs, you have all of these here. There's like calorie burn, fat burn, hill climbing, heart rate training. It does come with a heart rate monitor chest strap, so that's really nice that that's included. You do your first 5K. All of these have preset settings, so the treadmill will automatically adjust, and then like this one is the custom setting, so you can create your own workout. You can do, intervals and different things like that. Plus, there's also manual mode, so then you can go in and adjust it yourself, but the treadmill won't automatically adjust with manual mode. It only adjusts with these different programs. So I can go up here and I can select different users. There's up to 5 different profiles, so maybe if other members of your household want to use the treadmill, they can each have their own different profile, which is really nice. Other entertainment options, the 7.0 is Bluetooth enabled. It will actually connect with Zwift, so you can see the treadmill metrics on Zwift. You can also use it with training apps like Peloton or iFit. You just need to use your device. So as far as using your device, you can place like your phone or tablet on this ledge or up here. Up here is nice because it's a little bit closer to eye level, although if you're tall like Matt, who's 6'5", you'll most likely be looking down on it anyways, just a little bit, but it's nice that it's up here. And when I'm running, I found that my phone stays on either rack just fine. I don't have to worry about it falling off. And it's really nice that you have that option with connecting and being able to use really whatever content you want to stream, like if you want to stream Netflix from your device, it's nice that you have that option. And there's also a lot of adjustment buttons on the 7.0. So you can obviously have your start and stop buttons here. There are the quick touch buttons that we really prefer. We see them on a lot of models like from Soul and Nordic Track. So over here you have your speed, and over here you have your incline. They jump around a little bit as far as like miles per hour, and then your grade over here. And even though they have these, I actually kind of prefer using the little roller knobs. They're just kind of fun to use, and then I can get to like specific increments like 3.3 miles per hour, for instance, and like 12.5% incline, with this one, and they adjust really easily, just being able to use these. So the right side is your speed, left side's your incline. So really like these buttons. Also for storage, you have 2 large pockets over here. You can place your water bottle, your keys, kind of whatever you need, and it should stay in place. And then also there is a fan, but the fan is a little bit, it's not really effective. I can feel the air when I turn it on. Actually, I'll let you guys listen to it. So it just has one setting, and really I can feel the air when my hand is right in front of it, but it's not powerful enough to, hit my face, hit my neck when I am actually using the treadmill, unfortunately. So you're kind of better off plugging in your own fan. Also, the speakers, they are kind of like the fan where they're just not very powerful. My iPhone speaker goes louder. I wish that they were a little bit more powerful. You can, however, connect your phone or your tablet to be able to play your own music, or like if you're taking a Peloton class, hear that content playing through the screen in whatever music, or if you're watching like a Netflix show. So it's really nice you have the option, but on an upgrade, we would like to see a little bit just more powerful speakers that go a little bit louder, since they definitely, you can hear the content over the sound of the motor because the motor's fairly quiet, but in a future upgrade, we would like to see upgrades on the speakers and the fan. All right, now I'm going to let you see and hear the 7.0 in action. But first, if you like this video and find it helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We create treadmill reviews like this for you. We also review a lot of other types of fitness equipment, and we like to let you see and hear it in action so you know exactly what you're getting. We have a lot of content coming ahead, so make sure you're subscribed. I'm gonna start by walking on the 7.0. So I'm gonna start at 3 miles per hour, just casual walking pace. All right, let's bump it up to 6 miles per hour. And here's 9 miles per hour. All right, now we're going to incline up the deck up to that full 15%. So I'm just at flat grade right now at 3 miles per hour. It's really that incline function just makes a tiny bit of noise on top of the noise from the motor moving the belt. And overall, we're really impressed with how quiet this model is. We think it's definitely appropriate for most homes. Now our tallest reviewer, Matt, who's 6'5", is going to walk and run on the 7.0. Here he is at 3 miles per hour, 6 miles per hour, and 9 miles per hour. Thanks for watching our review of the Horizon 7.0 AT. Some things that we really like is that this is an affordable model that has a lot of training capabilities plus nice features that we find typically on higher end models. It's also quiet to use. The 3 horsepower motor is quick to adjust, so it's great for interval training and also appropriate for most homes. The deck is 60 inches long, so it'll accommodate most running strides and everything from walking all the way up to sprinting. Plus, when you're finished, the deck folds up to save you a lot of space. And also, the console's simple and it doesn't require a monthly subscription to access the onboard workout programs. Plus, it's compatible to use with apps like Zwift and Peloton. Some things to keep in mind is that this model really isn't built for heavy amounts of training, and the fan and speakers are pretty weak, so you're better off using your own. But overall, we didn't find a lot that we didn't like about the 7.0, and we think that it is a great option, especially if you're in the market for an affordable treadmill that you can run on and that's also really quiet. If you want to learn more, head to treadmillreviewguru.com. We have a full written review there of the 7.0, and you can check the link in the description. We have an affiliate link that you can check the current price, and Buying through those links really helps out our channel so we can create more videos like this for you. And if you like this video and find it helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We create content like this for you so you can see and hear how treadmills work before you take them home. I'm Sydney with Treadmill Review Guru. I'll see you next time.